we would be in a right muddle without the truckers of the country, right?
Absolutely. Everything that pretty much everything, should I say, that you buy from the shop has been on the back of a lorry at some point.
Mm. How are drivers finding conditions at the moment?
Well, for them it's very difficult. It's not only really just getting something to eat and drink. It's things like toilets and shower facilities that many places have closed. Now, they've said it's due to the COVID-19 obviously safety fears, but that's illegal. You know, they have to have access to a toilet and to do things like wash their hands as a basic. You know, they're doing that to follow government guidance, but they're being denied that.
So there is certainly an issue to be looked at. And of course, you know, their health is as important as anybody else's, Tom.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And sometimes they are treated substandardly, and some of the abuse they get and that they're being targeted of isn't acceptable, and it's wrong.
We're hearing of elements of abuse in a number of professions at the moment, not least of which the NHS. What sort of abuse are truckers getting then? For what reason?
Because many people don't consider them essential, and which again is wrong. But you know, the view of the HGV driver is not often a positive one. And like I say, because you know it's difficult for everybody at this time. But for those guys, they're trying to go about their business and do their bit to keep the country moving. And like I say, they're being targeted with people and stigmatised a lot of the time.
Which is ludicrous, as we say. Many,
exactly.
You know, the shops, they would be completely bare. And then if you thought we had problems, then we really would have. And we also know of certainly local haulage firms here in Suffolk. Some have, provided vehicles to essential workers and for other reasons. So, you know, these are good guys.
Exactly. People have long-standing views of the haulage industry, which, you know, that is down to them, but at the same time, the reality is the fact that you know the industry is really doing its bit to actually try and keep the country moving, but also support other areas where we can. You know, and that's where I don't think a lot of drivers and indeed the companies actually get a lot of the credit they deserve.
You know, we found this out about tractors here in Suffolk a couple of years ago, where it was the customary thing to moan about a tractor on the road, and then the snow came, and then the tractor drivers were pulling cars out of the snow, and then all of a sudden, you know, attitude shifted. I think it's going to be the same. It should be the same with truckers, right?
I certainly hope so, yeah, because we do need a change in attitude. Not from everybody, because, you know, people out there do respect the job that HGV drivers are doing, but from the small minority, the need to kind of change their views and realise that they are trying to do a job, they are trying to do an essential job and go about their business, and you know they need support from the public to do that.
Profits wafer thin, as we know, in the trucking industry. How bad is this COVID-19 outbreak going to affect the majority of truckers?
Oh, it'll have a huge impact. I mean, it already is doing. We're already hearing about firms that are on the verge of closing. You know, and it's going to have a massive impact, not only for a lot of haulage firms if the work, you know, dropped off a cliff, really. It's also the fact that it's staff shortages due to sickness and potential self-isolation. And then it has obviously a knock-on effect through when customers are obviously either off sick or self-isolating. So, you know, it has a huge effect on the supply chain when any link in that is disturbed.
I guess there's one glint of sunlight. That's the price of diesel.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that is obviously, a positive. But the issue being is the fact that most vehicles are making such a small profit weekly. It's not a great boost. And when you've got then the other issues that the industry is facing due to the pandemic, as well as what they're already facing, they're kind of getting the benefit in one hand, but they're having it taken out in another. So they're not necessarily feeling that benefit that much.
We have the ear of a number of MPs in our part of the world. Tom, what would your message be to government at this time?
We are hoping, to actually help operators access government support. And of course, we are in constant dialogue with government where we can be. And we are hoping to go to the Chancellor and ask for some help for our sector for these very crucial businesses.
Tom Cornwell from the Road Haulage Association. Tom, keep well, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
You too. Thank you.